Well, hello YouTubers, how's everybody doing? Well, it's been kind of a long day. I got sidetracked, but eventually I did get the cats on the expedition, and it sounds pretty good. I started it up here 5-10 minutes ago and let it run. No leaks or anything, and let's go in here and look at it real quick. And hopefully the camera will pick up a little light. So there's the front cat, and back up there is where it comes off the exhaust. And there's the second cat going back to the exhaust right there where I cut. And I welded the secondary piece on when I had it off. And I slid a 2-inch pipe over the other pipe and put a clamp on it. And it's working pretty good. But I wouldn't do, if you worked on cars and vehicles and done some exhaust work, you could do this, but this vehicle is pretty big. This is a pretty big vehicle to work on, but most of the time if you have a small vehicle, you can do this kind of work because you're only going to have one catalytic converter anyway. Like I said, this one has 4. You got 2 here, and if I spin around, and I have 2 on the driver's side, and thank goodness these 2 work good. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go out on the highway, we're going to check it on the OBD2 code reader and make sure that the oxygen sensors are working good and working like they should. And this should take care of my check engine light. I shouldn't have to worry about that no more. And the next people that own this vehicle won't have to worry about the PO420 coming back on. So let's head out on the highway and warm this thing up and see what we have for the readings for the O2 sensors. Alright, so we got the vehicle nice and warm, and we're up to operating temperature, which I don't think you can see there, but it's nice and warm. And we'll go ahead and pull up some data here real quick, and we'll hold the camera in one hand and do this in the other. And we're going to check and see how the O2 sensors are working. Give me a second there, and no codes, great. Now we're down here and graph get some live data working. And the vehicle seems like it's running better. It seems like it has a little more response now, which is nice. And we'll do a custom set here, and we'll do the bank 1 is the one I had problems with. So let's go here and look at bank 1, sensor 1. It's there, trust me, it's coming. There we go. Okay, check that one. And we'll check number 2, bank 1, sensor 2. And now we'll go ahead and view the data. And we'll go ahead and graph them. And let's graph both of them. The first one you see there will be the first oxygen sensor. And the bottom one is number 2. That's the one that we had a bad reading on. Now we're going to bring it up to RPM. I'll bring it up to about 2,000 RPM there. That's what you got to do. You got to get these O2 sensors pretty hot. And the front one is working, bouncing back and forth, rich, lean, rich. And look at that bottom one. It is working also. It's starting to flatline a little bit. And the voltage is not jumping around like the top one. This is what you want to see if you have a good working catalytic converter. You don't want the second oxygen sensor behind the catalytic converter looking like that. If they look identical, you got issues. But you can see it's starting a flat line there, and I let up on the RPM a little bit there. But before, both of these readings were the same. Now, since I've changed those cats, you can see it's totally different now. So this, in a nutshell, this will show you how to find out if you have a bad catalytic converter. And I'm going to hold it steady just for a few seconds there. And you can see that voltage is staying pretty much the same then on that second O2. That's what we want to see. We don't want to see it jumping around like we do up here. Great, so it looks like we fixed our issue, which I am really happy about. Alright, so we'll keep this video kind of short. So if you're having problems with the PO420 code and you've done everything, change out oxygen sensors, you might want to check out your catalytic converters. More than likely they are bad, and there's one last look of what that looks like on the inside. Ain't supposed to look like that. Pretty well trashed, and if you haven't seen the other video, there's what this one looks like on the inside. These things are done, so I am glad this job is done. Won't have to worry about that check engine light coming on no more. And having said that, Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great evening, and until my next video, I will see you then, and thanks for subscribing and all that. And until my next project, I'll see you then. Have a good one.